You. Well, joining me now is Jessica Millan Patterson, California Republican Party Chairwoman. Jessica, glad to have you with us. Let's talk about San Francisco. San Francisco is a place to watch. It's the place to watch for school board elections. It's now the place to watch for district attorneys. What's going to happen to Boudin, and does it spell consequences in Los Angeles and far beyond San Francisco?
I think it does. First of all, thanks for having me. We saw just a few months ago our San Francisco school board members be recalled. And this isn't by a, movement from Republicans within the belly of the beast. This is a grassroots movement of all types of voters in San Francisco that are sick and tired of these soft on crime policies that have led California to be on the top of all of the wrong lists. I think that it's a great indicator of what we will see come November when Californians are voting for law and order and not these soft on crime policies that have ruined our state.
A lot of people look at California and they say, that's what we don't want to become. No offense to California, but they look at California and they say, that's the mess we don't want to get into. You get the recall efforts, you get a lot of talk about change, but from an outsider's perspective, probably from an insider's perspective, it seems like nothing ever changes. It just keeps going in the same direction. Does San Francisco indicate that more broadly across California, there is a real desire to move in a different direction, or are we just talking about changes on the liberal progressive margin here?
I think that California is absolutely at a turning point. You probably know that California was actually responsible for bringing more new Republican House members to the House of Representatives than any other state in 2020. Following redistricting, we have the opportunity to add an additional 5 Republicans. We have opportunities all over this state because Californians are paying attention. They've seen what one-party rule has done to our state. They've seen what California Democrats' policies have done to our state, and they're ready for change.
And if they're not ready for change, they're leaving. I mean, they're going to Texas, they're going elsewhere. Obviously, that's not what you want in California, and perhaps the ballot box can change that. Jessica, I got to get your take on this. We're going to go to a disturbing video here. It's hard to get this out of our heads, but I think it's important to not lose sight. A Los Angeles mom and her baby mowed down by a hit-and-run teen driver. Progressive LA District Attorney George Gascon is walking back his claim that the county sheriff's department agreed with the felony charges and the lenient sentencing against the driver. Listen to what the mother's saying. This is fascinating. She says, quote, "Someone with a criminal record tried to kill me and my son. And George Gascon, the LA district attorney, thinks that 5 months of camp is a sufficient punishment. Gascon's office took the time to falsely comment on my case, but has taken no time to ask how we're doing. That's because he doesn't care. Gascon and his staff are highlighting their incompetence and their complete disregard for victims." Jessica, is Gascon in for the same fate that Chesa Boudin seems to be in for?
I believe that he is, and this is what we're seeing all over Los Angeles County. People are sick and tired of what these district attorneys have been serving up. It is absolutely heartbreaking to watch what that mother went through, and then to find out that this wasn't some first-time offense. This was someone with a criminal record, and the light sentencing, the not working with the sheriff's office to discuss that, to not check in on the victims. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Our district attorneys are there to represent the people of their county. And what Gascon has done is absolutely despicable. And I expect that we will be able to get enough signatures to recall him as well.
They're there to represent the people of their county, of their locale. It seems like they're not there at all in cases like this. Jessica, we've got to leave it there. Thanks for being with us. Jessica Millan Patterson. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Well, gas prices aren't the only